Segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Want to remind y'all we've still got our phone lines open. Give us a shout here at 737-7767. I think we got a couple of folks still already on the line. We still got a couple,
yeah. Any questions, comments?
Who's on line 4 here? Go ahead and get Raymond. Raymond, how are you doing tonight? Raymond?
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Doing good.
I like to hear some stories about the bullfrogs. I don't get to wade creeks anymore because of my health, and I don't ever hear anybody gigging any or hear any going down the road. So I'll get off here and listen to y'all.
Sure. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Well, a lot of the back of Old Hickory pockets have got frogs. You can hear a few at Priest, but I mean, you're just going to have to know some local farm ponds.
You're going to be better off to get some local ponds.
A lot of people don't frog gig anymore. I mean, it's over. I mean, a lot of your habitat's taken away. I used to have 10 or 15 ponds I could gig, and over a 4-year period, it's houses and townhomes. I mean, everything's getting depleted slowly but surely. If you don't have contacts of places to go, then you're kind of in a battle. Once you go to the lake, you know, it's a big body of water versus a few ponds. I'm a big frog gigger. We go to Missouri. I mean, there's some monsters down there. I mean, it's a totally different ball game down there.
I've seen y'all come back with them.
Yes, but we actually got to do some different gigging on like private ponds where they grow minnows, crawdads, and stuff like that. So they're a nuisance. So you can take more than your normal limit. But as far as, it's just amazing how it's different. But locally, I mean, you just don't have the people that gig anymore. All your old gigging old timers, they're gone. There's not a generation out there that really does it much. There's a few people like Benjamin Wilson and them around the house.
I know a few guys.
And there's people that still do it, but it's not as big as it used to be.
And I would say if you just go knock on some doors, you might try some golf courses, places like that, because there's not that many people that really do it anymore.
That's right.
If you'll go and talk to the folks, you probably get you a few good places to go do some frog gigging.
Just go out during the daytime and let them know, you know, I'll be back tonight. Just let me park here and you'll know it's me and what kind of vehicle. But be sure to get written permission. Because you're allowed to be out anywhere and the police see your car parked at night and they're going to pull you over nowadays. They're going to stop, investigate. And if they do, or it could be an officer, TWR officer, just out doing his route. As long as you have your permission slip, they will not bother you.
Couple seconds, you'll be on your way.
You'll be gone and back gigging.
Whereas he's got to investigate.
I mean,
that's
he has
to.
You
have to realize.
They have to.
Anybody could tell him, yeah, I'm just over here gigging this man's farm. You know, I'm not breaking in his barn, taking all his stuff. So,
but it's pretty easy to get permission.
Important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether you're hunting, fishing a pond, deer hunting, rabbit hunting, I don't care what you're doing. You need that card.
Anything like that.
It's vital to have that. But I tell you, we've been the last few days. You guys been on the water, been chasing fish, and you know, we've been wrapping up our food plots. It's been a late year to get that stuff done, and we've been getting a lot of that done. And we went in where we were getting all those buck pictures earlier. I thought this was pretty neat. I wanted to share it with everybody. We've got about a 20-acre field, and we've let it grow for 3 years in one section, 2 years in another section. And when you go through there in a tractor, I mean, it's just deer bed after deer bed after deer bed. So we went in and cut these 30-foot wide strips out of it. You know, you don't want to remove that bedding cover. You don't want to remove bedding cover to provide a bunch of food. You know, that God gives them enough food, you know. So we went and cut these 30-foot strips out of that bedding cover and put these little mini, I guess, food plots you would call them in there, and got it turned up. And I was showing you some of them earlier, but just where we have opened those up and got those spots in there are deer coming in and out of there. I mean, all day just checking out the dirt, trying to see what we've been doing. And it's just a good way of opening up down inside that bedding space where you can be above it hunting it and see the deer, and they're still going to move around in there, feel comfortable. From the outside, standing there looking at that field, you'd never know we touched it. So that's a pretty neat deal. We just got that wrapped up, so I've got some video we're going to share here in a few weeks, kind of showing folks what we've done with that. So just wanted to share that. I think we got another caller, you said? Brian on one. Brian, how are you tonight?
Yeah, I got a brother in Carbondale, Illinois, and another brother in Mountain Home, Arkansas, and they're getting ready for deer hunting season. And like, you go down there and eat hot dogs. I just watch it because I don't hunt. And then also, he said that he could catch some fish in the Harpeth River because that little restaurant that was down there off Branson Drive, and it sunk. He said that he'd fish down there because there's big cliffs in Harpeth River. And I said, listen, Harpeth River, they say they got smallmouth bass, bluegill, and crappie. I don't know.
It's absolutely full of all of them.
Yeah, they've got just about all the above and a few more on top of that.
Well, the Harpeth River dumps into the Cumberland, so when you get a major flood, all the fish come out of the rivers and feed up into the creek certain times of the year. So, I mean, the Harpeth River has smallmouth, probably some walleye, and a few sauger. It's pretty much loaded with fish.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. My brother really likes fishing. I tell you, he said, I'll go fishing down here all the time. I said, there ain't no fishing there, Michael.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we've got a lot of fishing here in Tennessee, and we're actually really blessed to have what we've got. There's a lot of water.
Hey, I'll tell you a secret. Over here off of, well, just right over here by 24 and 440 and all that, there's some creeks that run under town.
Yeah.
There's some creeks that run under town by the railroad tracks where you catch 3 and 4 pound smallmouth in them right now. And you can sit there at the creek and look, and there'll be big schools of shad come out from under the buildings.
People would be amazed.
It's amazing.
These creeks, there's some creeks that run around through the city of Lebanon, same way.
Same way.
And, you know, people drive by them every day, and they don't realize they're driving by some of the best smallmouth.
Untouched waters.
Yeah, untouched. People don't bother.
I told him, I said, I don't trust them. I said, Michael, there's some fish in there. I said, there ain't no fish in there. He said, oh, yeah, there be fish in there. I said, oh, there ain't no fish in there.
Oh, yeah,
it's full.
You got to get him to come down here and go with you, and he can go down there and show you. There's a lot of fish in there.
They're there.
Wow. Yeah, because we were right there, Sportsman Bar, right there off Branson Drive.
Yeah.
Right up of 440 and 24. I was like, wow, that's a deep, deep water. He goes, oh, yeah, there be fish in there. I said, you think so? He goes, yeah.
Yeah, this fella right here has caught many of them out of there.
It's the place to be, all that stuff. Any little wading creek, especially in the summer, it might not be as good now, fall coming on, but the middle of hot summers, you want to wade creeks too and stuff. Tennessee's full of anything you really want to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I grew up wading creeks. You know, me and Thomas Osborne, we'd wade Suggs Creek. Many times we would wade Suggs Creek
just
all
like
the way
Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge.
Pigeon Forge has some of the most fantastic fishing up and down there in the Sorry guys, I don't know what happened with that call there.
We got feedback.
Got some technical difficulties, but yeah, there's some fantastic fishing right there in the streets of Gatlinburg. You know, and people, you can stand up on those bridges and look down and see trout swimming all over the place.
It's just full of them. I can't handle it.
And so that's something that you want to take advantage of when you get up there. There's some streams up in that area as well that are trophy streams, and there's just a lot of fishing from West Tennessee all the way to East Tennessee. Anywhere you go, we have good fishing in the state of Tennessee.
Right.
We do.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you got from Reelfoot through Middle Tennessee, then get on
East
up East Tennessee, you got Chickamauga, you got Normandy. I mean, it just goes on and on.
It's just crazy.
Or Nickajack, rather.
It's crazy.
But anyhow, yes, thank you so much for calling.
Absolutely.
And so this coming week, we got some other things going on around.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on.
Let's see some other fishing.
Let's see.
And what about, you going to be changing gears, anything on you know, from when you were fishing a couple weeks ago, I talked to you, as far as how you were fishing, what you're using. What's going to be different next week? Your temperature's 20 degrees cooler now. Your water temperature's down. What are you fixing to change?
Well, you know, we've been using a lot of XD10s, XD8s, crankbaits that get down deeper. You know, XD6s get 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get a little deeper. And there's been a lot of surfacing fish chasing minnows for the last 3 or 4 months, and they're hard to catch. I mean, if you don't hit him in the head with the bait, you're not going to get him.
Yeah.
But there's hybrid and stripe, you know, and it's going to change. This cold weather's going to knock them in the head a little bit, but they should rebound back and still feed. They'll just be in shallower areas where they've been coming up in 20, 25 foot of water surfacing. They're going to start easing back in the pockets. Time's fixing to change. Daylight's going to get shorter.
Yep.
And they're going to get a little more active.
Now, you're going to slow your presentation for that a
Oh,
little
well, you'll
bit?
change baits. You know, you'll go to a smaller crankbait, a little more flipping.
Yeah.
Because when they start breaking the water down in your reservoirs like Priest, Center Hill, they've already got down. You know, that lake's a different.
Yeah.
Cordell Hole, they bring down. They minimize the water for you. The fish don't have as many places to go. So it really exposes a lot more structure to fish.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just gets better, really.
And that structure, you know, we were talking just a few minutes ago about deer hunting structure, and I know I've learned a lot too, as I've gotten older, how much that correlates together.
Oh, yeah.
Structure for fish is just as important as it is for deer, you know, vice versa.
And plus, you got river chains versus reservoirs.
Yeah.
So there's two totally different
Oh,
animals
yeah, because
there.
like Cordell, you're pretty much fishing the river.
That's right.
I mean, when you're fishing, I spend a lot of my time on Cordell Hole, love Cordell Hole Lake, but you're river fishing. I mean, that's pretty much what you're doing. We spend a lot of time at the mouths of creeks, drop-offs, things like that, where those, you know, where that channel feeds back in there. There's a lot of good fish in there. But you can't fish it like you fish at Old Hickory Lake.
No, it's
or something like that. It's a, you know, it's a totally different ball game.
And full of milfoil.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
There's
you
lots of
can
it.
go up there and throw a rat or flip or do really whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you can. You can. Guys, we're going to go over and do this week's tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being brought to you by our friends at Davison Farmers Co-op. You can see them right there on Dickerson Road, about a mile off of Briley Parkway, or give them a call at 860-4774. What you got for us tonight, Dave?
Well, you know, a lot of people, wintertime's over. I mean, wintertime's here, so a lot of people don't get out to fish anymore. So you need to winterize your boats, get everything ready to get it put up. If you're not a fisherman, that's a wintertime fisherman. And go through your stuff and minimize what you got left, get everything out, clean your boats, check the wheel bearings for next year, and just...
You'll have a better spring if you do.
You'll have a better spring, you know, and your batteries, you know, you cannot let your batteries in your boat sit all winter and not charge them. You've got to go check on them. If they just lay dormant all winter, it will kill them. They will not. You
know, when them fish fire back up in the spring, you're gonna be a sick puppy when you're sitting back going to buy new batteries.
I don't know why. I just bought these batteries last year and they're dead.
Put you some fuel stabilizer in there. Do everything you need to do to be ready for the spring.
You know, try to run some of that gas out. Don't leave. Here's what I tell people. People like to run a half a tank of gas out and then fill it back up. Half a tank of gas. Well, them tanks will hold some moisture over the time. Even though you put treatment stuff in, so try to run them on down more. Try to get it on down below a quarter of a tank. Get it on down to where you put fresh fuel in it. Don't mix 2-week-old fuel with new fuel.
Makes a big difference, especially with smaller motors.
And nowadays, everything going on with the ethanol and all that, it makes a big difference.
It does. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.